right, Coach, just kind of start off with your overall assessment of the first exhibition.
Well, it's good to be playing, and it's just time that we get something on film and can show our players. And and that's the biggest takeaway right now. I don't think we were exceptionally sharp in any phase of the game, but it's a good starting point. And we handled ourselves good enough to beat a real scrappy team. We're playing a lot of young players. I think I added up, 72 minutes of freshmen out of the 200 and 128, I think, out of freshman and sophomore class. That, and when you get that, you just have young players who are, one of two things: trying to do too much, or thinking it's that easy and they can get away with some stuff that they can't quite get away with. And the only thing that's going to help them, and the biggest thing that's going to help them, is getting on the court and playing and getting some experience and figuring it out as they go. So for that reason, it's great to have the lights on, and it's great to have a game, and we needed it, and now we can reaffirm and clean up a lot of things just from film work and let our players see for themselves what's going on the court.
And obviously the team kind of faced some adversity, not seeing the basket or the ball go through the basket there in the third quarter. How nice was it to see your team face that adversity and build off that?
Well, I really do think we have the ability to put the ball in the basket. I don't know that we showed it tonight, and that third quarter showed the fact that we really can't shoot too. So I think there's possibilities of both. But I do think this team is built better than maybe our numbers showed tonight. But that's we'll see. We'll figure that out. I keep using the word clunky to our team, and I think we were clunky tonight. Our offense was real clunky. Sometimes four people on the same page, and then that one person wasn't. And we just didn't flow well when we didn't get something easy. Initially, we didn't flow well into our, secondary break and offense. And we have a lot in that lets them have a lot of freedom to make plays, because I do think we have some more dynamic playmakers from the guard position and a lot of positions on the floor that can go create their own shot or create shots for others. But again, I just think it's an anxious moment. First game of the season, we've been training all summer, and we just weren't solid with what we want to do on the offensive end. And I told the team, I think we have a chance to in 4 days to be a completely different team and play a much better offensive game. So that's our hope, and I really do think that's going to happen. I think this team is, clearly we have some. We'll see if we're three-point shooters. I do think we have that capability, but just like any team, you don't want to live and die by the three. I know you didn't ask, but I think the other thing that I was really happy about was just our scrappiness to get to loose balls and some offensive rebounds and create some second chance points or opportunities for more attempts at the basket. And I think that's why the quickness of this team is much better than it was a year ago, and I think that will bode well for us in the future as well.
And you mentioned the young players out there tonight. How do you think they just handled being out there, the bright lights?
No, I think for the most part, the young players did great. I mean, started. What did I start? I started a freshman, 2 juniors, and 2 sophomores. Obviously, Crystal, you saw glimpses of what she can be, and she's a little awkward in her I don't know if it's her play, but it's very effective in how she can get in there and create shots for herself and others. You saw her vision and her passing ability. Again, she's just got to get in shape a little bit better and be able to maintain her intensity, and that's the big thing for freshmen and young players. Same thing with Savannah Smith. I think she's come so far from a year ago, but young players tend to kind of have a little roller coaster play to them, and I think you saw a little bit of that. They got hot, then they had some bad minutes. And I think that's what really we saw as overall as our team is just some good plays, a lot of good plays, but follow it up with a bad one or try to do too much or not quite finish a play. And most of that is just these are really solid players and smart players and athletically they're pretty gifted, so they're gonna figure this game out fast and the speed of this game. And I think for our team, it bodes well because these young players are really going to create some excitement, and I think they're going to get better fast. So I think our team has a chance to improve really quickly over the course of the next month.
And how important has it been to have those veterans around him, though, too, to build them?
Well, I think that's great. I mean, the three that I'm thinking of is Savannah Scott and Kiana Williams. I know their nicknames. I can't think of full names. And Katie Longwell. Those three players they know exactly what they need to do to be effective. I thought Katie Longwell's minutes were tremendous tonight. I was a little, Savannah Scott, I just think she pressed a little bit. She's been this most solid player that we've had in our gym, practice after practice. She's, her shot looks great. She's just been so good in so many phases, and I just think she was a little off tonight. And that may have made our whole team a little off, but that's how important she is to us. So, but I have total confidence in her as a player, her as a leader, her as a worker, and what she'll bring our team. So, and Kiana Williams too. Again, the player that has completely transformed her game from a year ago. She's so solid. She's a nightmare for matchups. She can hurt teams in a lot of ways. She can guard a lot of different positions. So, those three players, I think, not just tonight, but as leaders of our team, they're gonna be so solid for us, and they're gonna be three players that we really depend on. And the beauty of them is, I think, we know what we're going to get from them every night, and that's the beauty of upperclassmen. You don't have the roller coaster rides that you do with some of the younger players. So I'm really confident in that threesome leading our team and leading these young players and getting us to improve our game quickly.